No
I'm
wonder
sitting
I
there
couldn't
going,
find you.
"Oh no!" I get this big yellow thing on Facebook. You have to go live by 8:09, and I'm looking at it like, "What do you mean I'm not live?" There we go.
Yeah, I'm getting notifications now.
There we go.
That's
I've only been
hilarious.
doing this for how many years now?
That's funny.
800 videos, 200-300 live streams. Yeah, I'm a professional.
Yeah, just got your notification. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's nice when you turn it on for the world. It's bad enough that I don't stream for 2 days in a row when I'm supposed to, and then when I got my cameras on and you guys join me. Now we won't. We'll just stay backstage. We'll just chat. We don't need anyone else.
Well, I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm waiting. I don't see anything, so I'm like, well, I'll just zip over to YouTube. So I go over. I don't sign in, and I just see the link in the comment section. I click on it, and here I am. But yeah, I probably should have clued in that there was nothing there.
This is the special blackout version of the stream. No, pay $5 now, and you'll get to see us on screen. Otherwise, you're getting the black and no audio.
That's funny.
But you know what's funny is that we could sit there and type in the chat, and that'll sit perpetually in YouTube. I think I've done it for as long as 30 minutes before when I was just testing stuff, and people could type. There's no stream. We could just continue to type because I know Ryan's been on a few chats where we've been waiting for like Brick Hive to go live, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been bad for that sometimes where he doesn't go live right away, and we're waiting. And then he figures out whatever's wrong with his equipment. He goes live, and
sure.
I'm pretty sure he's not holding us up. Like there's a few streamers like that Dr. Disrespect, that video game guy. He does it on purpose. He won't. Well, I don't know. He's used to having 10 to 20,000 people watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he won't go live. If he says he's going live at 8 o'clock, he won't go live until he's got 5 to 10,000 people at least watching. And sometimes that might take 5, 10, 15 minutes.
Sure.
So you're just seeing his bumper run, and it's a nice bumper. I mean, it's $100,000 bumper he paid someone to do for him, but it's nice when you got that kind of money to burn. Hey Axel, how you doing? Yeah, it's nice to be
hey
back
guy,
on.
how you doing?
Hey Axel.
Yeah, I'm sorry about Friday night. I didn't leave my mom's until after midnight. That was a long day of hit and run. We hit a couple Best Buys. We hit a Walmart. I don't know why I thought I could get a computer for her at Walmart. I mean, only in the summer when it's leading into school season. That's the only time you could find a desktop computer. We wanted a desktop computer.
You didn't
because
hit
at some
anybody
point we'll crack it open.
You didn't hit anybody in Winnipeg, did you? That wasn't you, was it?
Winnipeg? Oh my goodness. I didn't even ask my wife. She went downtown and she had to take the subway down because of course they had blocked Bloor and Avenue Road, which was right near, not too far from where my daughter was going because she was going to the art gallery.
Mm-hmm.
What perfect timing that the one day my daughter wants to go down there, that's when the convoy is going to go plant themselves downtown in 4 different spots in Toronto. And by the way, I don't think anyone had a clue that would be a spot. That was brilliant, by the way.
Right.
You don't pick the obvious spots. And, okay, it's a different kind of blockade than what Ottawa was and still dealing with. Still on the news, eh? Incredible. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It's up to the Ottawa politicians and cops and everything to deal with, and they mismanaged it.
It was bigger this weekend than last weekend, apparently.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
And Quebec, they're talking about not even leaving.
Quebec
they're waiting for it to get warm. They said it's like, oh my God. There's some sort of festival coming up in 2 weeks. They said, oh, we intend to be here for it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh boy. Well, you know what? It'll be fun to watch. At least it's something else to see on the news because the first 20 minutes of the news has been so boring before the last 2 weeks. How you doing? Open, build, repeat. Shazam.
Good evening.
So I honestly have not gone back to your site since I saw the countdown.
Oh, what are you doing?
Well, I'm a busy guy.
Yeah, countdown's done. Sale is on. We're going like crazy every day. You signed up to our newsletter. If you've signed up to our newsletter every day, you're getting extra discounts on certain categories for as long as the sale is going to go on. First
Okay,
day
I
we
saw
had,
the discount code. I did see that in
yeah,
my
we had a
email.
discount code for Harry Potter on Monday. Today is collectible minifigures. It's good until 12:01, or I guess midnight, right on the dot tonight. And tomorrow, well, I guess you just have to check your newsletter to see.
Got to tune in daily to see. So is that what you're planning to do? Is it a daily thing?
That's on top of the discounts that are there already. The entire store is marked down, anything from 10 to, I think I've got some things up to 25% off, plus save the tax. So there's an additional 13% for us here in Ontario. That's huge. And on top of that, you'll be getting an extra 5 to 15% off, depending on the category per day.
Nice.
I'll be checking my email in the morning.
Yeah, we can definitely use every extra cent we can save, because I tell you, $1.59.9 for gas. Like, oh my god.
Best time to buy right now, right? Nobody
Yeah.
else has any sales. Come and see me. Right, that's what's going
Nice.
on right now. I've got so much inventory. I'm so far behind. It's crazy. I got to bring some of this stuff down, and what a better time to come and get what you were looking for. Sold the
I'm not
vinegar, for
I'm
example.
not even in the same business you are, and I haven't done my inventory stuff for 3 weeks now. It's so bad. It's a chore, right? And I don't find it enjoyable.
Not so bad. I've been in it long enough that I do cycle counts every week, and then I do a full inventory twice a year. Because of the cycle counts, it's pretty easy and pretty quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have it set up. I got a whole spreadsheet set up, amount of SKUs divided by amount of days within, and you count those, and it's all random. So that way I stay on top of the inventory. Right? It's only when Bricklink plays around with your inventory digitally that you have issues.
I think you're fortunate because you don't have Brick Owl, right?
Um,
Are you
I have an
toying with
account,
that?
but I have an account, but I don't have a store.
You don't have a store. When people run whatever synchronization software they're using between Bricklink and Brick Owl,
Yes.
stuff seems to go poof. And you don't know, right? You really don't know until you do an audit like you're doing, a random check, and it's like, all right, A is not on B.
Yeah, until I fully migrate away from the Bricklink store, which is going a little quicker than it has been, which is great news. I have to do manual inventory, either incrementation or decrementation from both stores. So if
Right.
somebody buys something on Bricklink, I have to immediately take it off of my web store. If somebody buys it on my store, then I have to take it off of Bricklink. And I have to sleep. So I kind of keep my fingers crossed that in the morning, somebody somewhere.
Well, I did see during that draw you had 2 sets of little hands, and they might be able to help you with that.
Yeah, they got to sleep too.
Oh, I don't know. I tell you, man, when I was their age, me and my sister, we would sit in the doorway of our rooms,
Mhm.
because we could hear whatever's going on in the living room. They're
Of
watching
course.
TV and, you know, action movies, naughty movies, whatever.
Yeah.
But we're sitting in the hallway and we're doing everything. We're reading books, but we did it literally sitting in the doorway of each of our rooms.
Mhm.
And it's kind of funny that just thinking of your kids made me think of that one memory. And I probably haven't thought of that in 30 years. And
Yeah, you see, though, you were a horrible child, right? My children are great, so they wouldn't do things like
no, I
that.
was.
Would you guys?
And as
Right?
bad as
You
I
wouldn't
was,
do
my
that at all,
sister
would
was
you
so much
guys?
worse. And I always throw my sister under the bus, like as bad as I was. My sister was so much worse, between all the shenanigans and burning my bed and all that. Like, I'll never let that go. Like, burn my bed. The image of coming home. I don't know what grade that was. Grade 1, grade 2. Must have been grade 1. Coming home, walking down the laneway, Toronto City block. So the laneway divides the block, right? And walking halfway down the block and into the rear of the property, and seeing a mattress smoldering in the laneway, right? And so all you see is the metal wire frame, right?
Sure.
I never see what a mattress looked like before that, by the way, inside, right? You see the springs, the old garbage 1, 2, 3 spindle coil. That's it. And get upstairs, and I have no bed. And to find that, my daughter, set it up in flame. Not my daughter, my sister. Sorry, that would have been funny. My sister would say, "Yeah, that was a trick. Time travel." My sister set it up in flames, and
That's funny.
My mom, with the help of a neighbor, had folded it up, after dousing it, I guess, with enough water to make it safe, and hauled it off to the back and let it burn until it was done.
Yeah, worst thing I ever did is I put my brother in the dryer and turned it on. So that probably wasn't good.
I've crawled in one. I've even spun one. Wow, you turned it on.
I didn't turn it on for long. It was just a couple of spins.
It gets hot really fast.
Couple thumps.
Okay, well, I'm glad it was the dryer, not the washer.
He wouldn't fit in the washer.
Drowning. Oh my God. Brad's evil.
Yeah, so that was bad. Hey, he stabbed me with a pencil, okay?
See, it's hard to let this stuff go, right? You'd never forget these things.
You don't. And none of it was on purpose, right? Other than the revenge of putting him in the dryer, that was definitely done on purpose. But the pencil thing wasn't. I still got a scar. I got a scar right here, like that.
I got a tiny one on my temple from where my sister hit me with one of those old Tonka trucks.
Nice.
Now I had one, she had one. I had the pickup, and she had a dump truck. And my dad, of course, he don't know why he was always doing this, but of course he had repainted it with enamel paint or whatever. So he painted my truck yellow and hers like maroon or whatever. And I'm not sure what had happened that day, but I kid you not, she picked up that dump truck and clocked me. And at some point, apparently I had nailed her with the yellow truck I had. Oh, man. See, I mean, you had to be tough when we were kids, not like today's kids. Oh, my God. But yeah, we would clobber each other with Tonka trucks back when they were all metal, too. I mean, I don't know if you've seen what Tonka puts out now, but it's embarrassing. I was in Toys R Us the other day, and
yes, it's plastic garbage.
There's
Give me the old.
Not even the axle. Not even the axle.
No.
It had plastic pegs for the wheels. Like, oh my God, how far are they falling? Now, granted, for them to try and make.
Hey, Will, how you doing?
Hey, Will.
Mr. Harper.
Try to make a metal truck today. I can't imagine what that same truck would have cost today.
Oh, forget about cost. Do you think anybody would allow anybody to do that? No way. Somebody get hurt. Look out!
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, there's no way they'd allow.
Isn't that funny? And the truck had bubble wrap. And the truck had to be this big. Like mine had to be this big. Because I know I used to be able to sit her Barbies like in the back of it.
Did you have the fire truck? I had the fire truck.
No, it was a pickup truck.
That was given to me second.
The only thing they ever broke off was it had the drop door in the back, and of course I managed to break that. But she had the dump truck, and honestly, I thought that was the better toy because we go to the park, put sand in it, and you can actually use it. It had a little lever and whatever. But
we had
those things,
we had a loader. We had a grader that had like the drop blade, the side wing blade.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Those were late 80s, early 90s. They were all steel still.
Yeah, still. Because I'm trying to think. This would have
been
a
like dozer?
74 to 79 for me, and
yeah, the steel went out with lawn jarts. They kind of all went out at the same time.
Yeah.
I never had an impulse to throw one at anyone, but the idea of throwing anything straight up and looking away, and maybe it come down. And there was enough metal and enough weight to it, I guess.
Like really though, if it happened, you probably deserved it. Like really, like well, that's yard. Come on.
that's
I think-
your what they call that when evolution is taking you out naturally.
Natural selection.
Natural selection removing you from the gene pool. Yeah, you throw it up in the air and you take it in the head. Like, you know what?
Oh, where'd it go?
The pool is
Well, I
better
think-
without you, maybe.
Tossing the Tonka tops up in the air. Probably the least of our problems when we were kids. We all had archery tackle, bows and arrows.
Nice.
We'd go,
Oh,
and then everyone would
yeah.
run. we'd be out in the pasture. Because we'd go and like shoot gophers and stuff with the bow and arrow.
Mm.
Yeah, and then somebody would like, hey, check this out. And they'd shoot up in the air, and they say everyone's just crap. Everyone runs. They don't know where the arrow is going to fall.
I gotta admit, I never had a
Ay.
nice archery set ever, except for actually junior high. We did have an archery team, so did get to play with a decent, not like a great high-powered bow, but at least a decent one.
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
these
if
were
I was really
hunting
young,
bows.
if I'd ever seen any of those movies like Robin Hood from the 80s or 90s or whatever, where they light the end, and if I ever had one of those ideas in my head, maybe things would have been different in my life. Because I tell you, the idea of flaming arrows is awesome to me now. I can only imagine if anyone had ever sparked that idea in my head, what I would have done. Because it would not have been good. What's that TV show I hated? Hawkeye? I was not a fan of that. They can keep that. That's the only real Marvel production I've not really liked. Probably is Hawkeye. They can keep that crap. They took a B-level character that was always a B-level Avenger. He had a B version of the Avengers. What was it? Avengers West Coast, in the late 80s, early 90s or whatever. And it was so bad that it was Avengers West Coast, and then they renamed it West Coast Avengers just to have a different name so they could renumber the comics. It's like trying to do something to save that book, and it's like, you're not Captain America, give it up.
B movies are awesome. Are you kidding?
Oh, some of them are great.
We used to have B movie fests. Okay, we used to. This is growing up in my 20s, and we get together, a whole bunch of us, and get as many B movies as we possibly could. This went on for a long time, and sit down one night and just laugh until we're falling on the floor. It was just, it was hilarious. And real B, like Robo Jocks, Amazon Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death, like just total cheese. And it was awesome.
Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, yes. Revenge of the Suffocating Pancakes.
Well, I saw Return of the Killer Tomatoes for free, Bathurst Theater on Bloor Street, Halloween night. There might have been 30 of us in that theater, and that's how bad it was that you couldn't even get people to go see this movie for free. And it was like the first thing George Clooney did or something, right? Mm-hmm. And yeah, so you can look in his filmography and you'll see he did it. And it wasn't, of course, as good as the original Killer Tomatoes movie.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yes. And of course, they cashed in and made it campy and had bogus product placement. And they had to stop the movie at one point. Oh, we ran out of money. So like the actors are just sitting there until someone come up with product placement. Oh, we can continue the movie. Like it was just, oh, that was so bad. It was so bad. It's good,
Well, that was the point, and everybody would bring a fresh one that somebody had never heard of. I got introduced to so many horrible, but brilliant and funny movies, and we would just have a blast, right, that whole night. So
it's funny how I can watch a bad movie like that, but I'll have trouble like watching W that my wife will watch, and it's like the Harlequin romance movies or the Hallmark movies, or because for any 5-year period, I find during the last 15, they'll have the same 20 actors, male and female. They're interchangeable in these productions. It all blurs together now. I've seen so much of this crap through osmosis. I could be doing stuff on my phone. I've watched enough of it that I could tell my wife what's happening in the next scene. And then what's worse, sometimes I'm confused. Like, oh, no, that was the other movie those two were in. It's like, I'm not even watching this crap. and it's occupying space in my brain. I'm getting older. The brain cells are going away. I can't have that happen. I cannot have, this much allocated to that stuff. I have
Oh, that's
more
funny.
important things. I got to remember my kids' names and stuff like that. I can't waste time with W in my head. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Jean-Claude Van Damme on Netflix. I don't have the name right now. I'll give it to you guys maybe after. But he plays in this. It's a 2021 or 2022 movie. Clearly, never went anywhere other than Netflix. He plays a French Canadian terrorist, and of course, at least with the language, he's got an accent. He can bogus it up pretty good.
I'm shocked that Jean-Claude played a Frenchman. I really
Yeah.
am. What a
But he's amongst a
stretch.
group of 5 of
No.
them.
What
And
an
the other
acting
5
stretch
guys
for
didn't
him.
speak a word of French, nor had an accent. They were all Italian looking, or Yugoslavian or something like.
Surprised he didn't play a Legionnaire again. That used to be the thing. He was always
I never
abandoning the
realized how small
French
a man
Foreign
he
Legion.
is. He's tiny. Because usually in movies they upshoot him, or they make sure the women are smaller, or whatever the case is. It goes to show you the level of production and the budget. They did everything probably like one shot, let's go, like get it all, and we're not going to even do multiple angles, like boom, 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 do it all in 30 days and they're done. Because like there was no effort to hide his height or anything. Now, don't get me wrong, he's not chiseled like he used to be, but he's whatever age, but he was still doing some great stuff. They worked with what he can do. I mean, he wasn't doing the splits on 2 chairs or between 2 tractor trailers like he's done in other movies, but he was still very entertaining. Played a great bad guy. I looked at him as a Joker character. He could probably play an interesting version of the Joker, because the way he was in this movie, he was nuts, And then you had this other B actor who was playing this typical. He was a forest ranger / former SEAL who, of course, is become a forest ranger to get away from whatever bad things he saw in his SEAL days as a frogman. It's like, okay, whatever. And somehow he's the only guy on this island who's going to be able to deal with Jean-Claude and his team of terrorists. Oh, on an island that's somewhere between Canada and the United States. So I figure it's out there in the water in Michigan or something. Somehow this plane crash. I'm giving up the whole movie now. You've got the whole plot, by the way. This is the whole thing. Plane crashes with drugs on it, and that's what Jean-Claude wants. It was never supposed to crash in the water. And guess what? They need a frog man. What's the forest ranger do? The first guy he kills is their frog man. So now the rest of the movie is them trying to convince the forest ranger they need him to go die for the cocaine. It is so bad.
Next thing you know, they'll be getting a bunch of oil riggers to go up and stop an asteroid.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that is... By the way, that movie has been done not once, but twice. The one that made millions and millions and millions of dollars with Bruce Willis, which, you know what? I'll tell you, I cried in a theater. I did. That movie is so... But,
Oh, my goodness.
It did. I don't know if it was the...
Oh, you big old
top
softy.
acting. Yeah, whatever. I love that movie. I do. I love that movie. But someone redid almost that entire concept. B movie stuff, bad CGI and everything. And it was only 109 minutes long. And I watched it on something. Actually, I watched it on YouTube. Free movies on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I watched it and went, oh my God, they more or less ripped off that entire movie. Short of the scene with the animal crackers and the music, right? It's like, they have no shame. They just completely straight up lifted the
So
plot.
what you're telling me then is you can't really listen to Aerosmith anymore without breaking down in tears. Is that
Yeah.
good?
You know,
don't want to miss
his music, between the stuff I like and the stuff I hate, he can make me cry both ways. Oh, and I can't look at the guy. I'm sorry. He just looks, he looks ridiculous. I mean, what is he now? 70? 72?
Oh, he's up there. I don't know, but he's
Probably.
he's
God
up
bless him for doing what he wants to do and keep
Yeah.
doing it. But he looks ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't care if he's an artist, whatever. But when you got that much money, you can look any way you want because you got FU money. And he does.
Yeah.
there. You do.
And you can't. Hey, their careers have been great. There wasn't any huge tragedies with their group, right? I mean,
No.
drugs didn't take them out in a huge way like a lot of the other groups.
No.
So
No, they
you know
kept
what?
pretty straight and clean for the most part. Didn't really go down a bad road, so credit to them.
Yeah. Hey, there's a lot of groups that aren't around anymore, or that,
Mhm.
everything got shortened because of one or two, bad decisions by some people who made a lot of bad decisions. But yeah, hey, they're very fortunate. And you know what? Their discography is pretty amazing for, like, if nothing else, just for how many movies, not just that one song, but them. I mean, other guys like Journey, Chicago. How smart some of these bands were, just to license the hell out of their back. What do you call that? Not their backlog. Their back library. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just to, figure out ways to make. Because some people go, "Oh no, I wouldn't do that because that would be selling out." Wait a second, you're already selling out. As soon as you sign that contract with those thieves, you sold out. But yeah, hey, good trip down memory lane. Now I feel even older. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Always here for you, Rick.
Yeah. Ryan, you put out a video this morning, eh?
Yeah, you bet.
I was on break and I saw that pop up. I went, oh, damn. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. No, I went through and Brad, he'd be able to see a bunch of the poly bags that I picked up from him over the years.
One or two.
Yeah.
I was tempted at Toys R Us today. They had a bunch of poly bags, and I go, oh, what am I doing? Because the poly bags isn't something I go around opening much. I'll admit that. I got boxes of that crap. Great as giveaway stuff. You want a stocking stuffer? That's what they're for.
Yeah.
$5 for like 30 pieces. $5 for 59 pieces. Like, but you know what's probably better value than buying the CMFs half the time, unless you sit on the CMFs and then they go up. CMFs are great afterwards, but
I see. I think they hit Toys R Us a few weeks back, but they seem to be taking forever to hit Walmart.
See, depending on your Walmart, you may never see them, and then the other Walmarts will have a gigantic bin like this full of the poly bags. And with the 15 stores I got here.
Ryan.
What's that?
Will wants to deal, Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He saw that.
Oh, the Eularans.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy with the white hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that came out again in the Star Wars box, didn't it, Brad?
It was re-released. It was out on its own, and then it was re-released inside the Star Wars box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had too many.
Yeah.
All the ones in those Star Wars box, they're looking at it going, okay, we got all these because they didn't sell, so what are we going to do? Oh, we'll put them all in the Star Wars box.
Well, wasn't a lot of that from the Toys R Us going under thing?
In part.
Yeah.
In part. They got
and so much that was supposed to go down that route to Toys R Us, like, oh, well, I ain't going there now.
It's why the Batman CMS were like 69 cents, right? All that inventory came up from the US when Toys R Us fell. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez. Has anyone seen anything about the Toys R Us and the Macy's yet? I mean, have we seen any of these stores pop up? Any videos?
I haven't. And I
don't have high hopes for them. I just don't.
I haven't heard from anybody out in the US yet. I don't know if they're live. If anyone has any information, fill me in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go search afterwards because I'm super curious. I don't even remember half this crap I got here. Because this is kind of like, well, you buy some things and then you're bored, so you go click, click, click. You're online. I'm bad. I'm an impulse buyer, and then I forget, and then I get weird reminders from Amazon like, "Oh, we're canceling this," and it's like, "Yeah, I already went around you and got it from the other one." Thank you, because I knew you were going to screw me, Amazon, again.
Hey, do you guys have the truck yet? The old pickup truck?
No.
Oh, the Lego set?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, what a great looking set. Oh my goodness.
Right, it is. I don't have an issue with that at all, and there's actually no reason I haven't bought it.
It's
I'm
a
just trying to
it's
be
a
a
it's
little
a
bit more.
beautiful set. Like this is the one I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? It's just this is going to be one of those ones that
You know what's funny? It shows
keep for
better back
myself.
on the back than it does on the front.
Say that
Yeah.
again.
It shows better that way
It does
for me than when you turn it around. Turn it back around for a second.
It does. This is a better look than the front of the box for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I think
Maybe just because of the way they did the windshield, I don't know, but I like when I see the back, it's like that sells it better for me when I see that.
It's part of the new black box. It's actually a bigger box than I thought it was going to be. I'm impressed. You know, I didn't realize how big of a model it was. Like, you know, you look at it, it's like, okay, I just want it. I never really got into it too much, but this thing's almost 1,700 pieces.
So you haven't built it yet?
Pardon me?
You haven't built that yet?
No, it just came in yesterday or Friday. So
okay,
it's going to be built soon. That one's going to be mine. I'll have more for the store shortly, but yeah, I'm going to build one myself. That's how impressed I am with it.
Yeah, because you don't talk too much about modern sets, you know, that impress you or drive you.
I can't.
I mean, you can't, or it's just like, oh, this would be a dumb purchase.
No, if I built everything that I wanted to, I wouldn't have anything left for the store.
Oh yeah.
So I really got to watch myself.
That is a really fair thing to say, because I know a lot of people who fall into that hole. Oh yeah, I'm going to open a store. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah. And they start opening everything they buy. Well, I'll buy 3 of them and I'll put them in the store. And well, one of them they automatic. Oh, I'm going to build this one.
Yeah.
you burned your profits for the week or the month or whatever. And
it's so tempting, right? And you look at it and it's, oh my goodness, that's an amazing set, and you just want to build it. Barracuda Bay was one that, you know, my son right into pirates, and I love the Pirates theme. I really wanted to get my hands on that one. There's been a few planes, Star Wars, of course. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so many of those have come through, and it's like, yeah, okay, back off. Like I can't.
Yeah,
right? I just can't. Yeah. So that's one of the downfalls of owning a store. Is
you definitely have better restraint than I do. Definitely. For me, it's just about much. Yeah, for me, it's procrastination, busy. No, I procrastinate a lot.
Yeah, well, that's totally different.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Well, and anxiety, like, oh, what do I build? And too much choice is as bad as no choice.
You know what you do?
Boo-hoo, I have too many sets.
You should start. You should start. You can even put it in a little spreadsheet if you wanted to, but start like a for your builds this week. Just pick a theme. This week is creative. And then pick one. This week is Star Wars.
Here's what's funny. So I have this. By the way, and Ryan will laugh when I say, he'll remember this. We're almost 2 years behind on finishing the Call of Duty theme week.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Last year, January, I said I was going to build out the rest of the Halo cars.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Still not done?
6 of them sitting here. I'm not. Why? Because something else comes along that I might want to build more. Or
look, if you don't,
that was when you were going to bang them out all one after the other.
Get my son to build them.
Yeah. Oh, I did. Oh, that's it. Just sub out the work.
I'll get my son to build them. He'd love it. Halo, he'd go nuts.
You know, Jazz is always talking about having these building camps. I tell you, and it's, you know, you can see he's got all the little Tupperware bins all around his setup. It's like, I could blow them away. It's like, here you go, kids. Open the box.
Yeah.
Now you know what it's really like. Yeah. And you know what? And if COVID wasn't so bad, I wouldn't even mind bringing up someone who may not have an opportunity to build stuff, you know, and have them come up. But it's like
a summer camp may be a possibility.
Most parents, I mean, well, first, it'll look super creepy, but whatever, you know. I'd have to have a really good relationship with the parent, I think, first before any parent would let their kid come and hang with, you know, the creepy guy with all the toys, right? Right? I mean, that's funny. We got a whole YouTube community full of, you know, over 40 people buying action figures, Hot Wheels, Lego. I mean, all these, because I watch all these the vinyl pops and It's funny how many toy hobbies on the XO trains, you know. I loosely follow a lot of stuff that I don't collect at all, just because it's a little bit here. And actually,
Sure.
is it XO or X10?
HO.
HO?
HO gauge or whatever.
HO get yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, that's from the toy shows that Brad was doing before, because the other building had the train set up, and I would go in there and I just look at all the train sets going around and the models and dioramas, and I could just spend hours looking at that stuff. Forget what I really went to the show for. I mean, if only my dad was alive, he would have got a kick out of that. Oh, look at that. Will, hey, Will, come on up. That's a long haul from where you are, though. That'd be fun, though. We'll have our own Lego show up here.
Yeah.
Well, Brad will be the one who's going to set it up.
Sure.
Even if we got to tailgate it in Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
There you go. Meet us at such and such parking lot. Who's got the best parking lot?
Yeah.
We'll just have a tailgate Lego show. I've done crazier things.
I'll tell you, you've been to the house. You want to have it outside? We'll throw up a few tents. I can probably get 60, 80 tables easy.
Well,
oh, look, you got someone on Twitch.
Wow, we got someone on Twitch. No.
Score.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? If you jump on YouTube, there's more people to talk with. I promise you. He's by himself in Twitch right now. He is a team.
Oh,
two.
Little Doc, I got two.
All right, woohoo! Way to go, Twitchers!
On Lego? Oh, God. Well, first, my wife is in the same room, 16 feet that way, so we're not going to say how much. I like being married. But this year, like even last year, actually, last year was a good year. I did manage to accomplish the goal by the end of the year. I did spend about half of what I did the previous year on all bricks, not just Lego. And I'm hoping to cut it down a little bit more, but clearly I'm spending on a few other stupid things. Oh, why does Windows think I need to know the weather right now? Let's just put it up, 32-inch screen, and it pops up across half my screen right in front of you guys. Right down the middle on Brad there. The weather. Thank you, Windows. Last year, oh God, double that easy. And I'll put that up there. Double that easy. But that's not just Lego. That's all my bricks. Yeah.
Double which? I didn't see anything.
Oh, you didn't see it? Well, I'll pop it up on the screen.
What is that?
In the
10,000?
Yeah. It was double that. Easy last year.
Well, Mr. Little Dog,
just look at what I sold at twice, 2 different times last year, and just the AT-ATs, dude. Oh my goodness. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's more or less covered by selling off the gift with purchases, but that could have gone the other way for me, and then what? I'd be stuck with sets that you could just buy from the Lego store and get points. Like, that's the thing. I would have had to lose money.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I must have made a Twitch list all of a sudden, huh?
Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations. You know what? Twitch reached out to me a while ago, and I didn't understand why, because I never had enough viewers, but I know they're trying to grow the platform again. There's been kind of an exodus. Gamers or whatever have been coming in, but other people going out. I don't know what's going on Twitch. I don't understand it. I hate the interface. I hate all the garbage and all the little icons. Yeah. I'm.
See, Jang's really pushing that way,
old, that I can't stand what I'm seeing there. And I'm sure the kids are going, oh, it's amazing.
Jang, he's really pushing onto Twitch.
Yeah, it's the platform right now. If you want to be anywhere, get on Twitch.
Show your best Lego set. Define best.
Yeah.
I mean, most valuable thing I like to build. and I couldn't even reach it if I wanted to. I don't know. You know what? And it would be the one that's in the bin, and it's the. I still love the UCS Millennium Falcon. I like the build. It's huge. It displays well. Takes a long time if you enjoy it. I don't know why people try to speed build it in 12 hours. I don't understand that. You spend that kind of money, don't you want to at least have a drink in between pages or something? I mean, I watched a guy plow through it, and he didn't even take a piss break, and he had no drinks on his desk. It's like, why would you do that to yourself? Hey, that's the way he wants to enjoy his hobby. That's great. That's not my thing. Speaking of enjoying the hobby, so I got stuff from Amazon, I got stuff from Lego, I got stuff from Toys R Us, and I managed to go into a Dollar Trees. So I now can say I've been in Dollar Trees. I crack open the Amazon. You guys won't be able to guess this, so I'm not even going to play that game. And then when I pull this out, if I'm right, what's in here, I could be wrong. You're going to be shocked, and then one of you is probably going to say, "What the hell are you doing, Rick? Did you learn your lesson?" So,
don't worry, little duck. Not a problem. They said I need to improve my collection, so I just kind of spun the camera upwards so they could see.
Oh, you're showing up. Yeah.
I do have stuff up there. You just don't see it.
Oh, I love playing that game. Hang on a second. That's my favorite game. Showing off, watch that. Just because people I don't know what this looks like to you, but some people say, "Oh, you got so many sets and it looks so big and whatever." It's like 79 by 79 inches, and I love it because it's burned in my head, right?
Yeah.
And then now watch me screw up my lighting by doing this.
We don't have enough time for me to show everything. Sorry.
No. That's going to be a great video if you ever walk through your place, by the way. But it's like, and that's straight to the ceiling, right? But this is the deal I have. I'm not allowed to have backlog that doesn't fit in this space.
Yeah, all you do is bag it up and throw it in a closet.
Well, yeah, I don't build like I should be, but yeah. But I'm getting there. Challenge accepted. I'll build something this week. I will absolutely build something this week. Actually, I should probably move my cameras. Wow, it's super slow. No.
Yeah, I have 2 of the Home Alones.
Really?
Yeah.
For yourself, or is some of that going into?
Little Duck was asking, so yeah, I've got 2 of them, both going into the store soon. I've got such a backlog of stuff to put in the store; it's crazy.
So my wife still says we're going to build it together. So if I'm correct, there's 24 bags. If we wait till December and build 1 bag a day, that would be really nice. Whoa! What's all that?
All minifigures.
Oh wow!
Still have is that from our mutual friend, by the way, or is that
still
something
have to be
else?
Put in the store. Some are, yeah.
Oh, some are. Okay, yeah, because you never got back to me. I said, show me when you know something. But you're busy, I guess. You'll let me know. All right. No one cares about that.
The figures, I haven't even really gone through the sets. I haven't really even gone through yet. They're in the pile to be done. So you got dibs, no worries.
Oh, yeah. And I could have just as easily, he's offered me stuff over the time, but I knew 2 or 3 months ago you guys were working on something. So I just said, no, I'll just,
I have the 6211 Star Destroyer and the latest UCS Star Destroyer there, Little Duck.
Oh, cool.
And I'll be quiet now, Rick, so go ahead.
Oh,
sorry.
No, that's cool. Someone should entertain my guests. Yeah, actually, really? That big brown box that was above. Yeah, look at that, eh? Isn't that crazy? Maybe that side shows it a little better.
That's better.
Can you get that on Amazon US?
I did, but you could save yourself the hassle and get it, I think, $75 now online. I don't know if it's Toys R Us or Amazon Canada. One of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that handle all block built or is that a piece?
No, it's it's two studs, and I see on the other side two studs. So it's probably, 4 studs rounded
Nice.
out. Yeah. I just love these non-traditional builds. Like, I know, everyone, little figures. No, sculptures and weapons and interesting display pieces. And, someone could hang that up or hang it over a mantle. I don't know what they would do with it. I can't imagine it's going to be terribly strong. Like, the first time someone does this, it's got to fall apart, I believe.
course.
But I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise me.
One of your Twitch streamers is asking what it is.
Dude. Well, if you know Masters of the Universe, Skeletor, this is his staff. This is his.
Oh, it's a lot longer. Its ends. That's very long.
It's a meter long.
3 feet, really?
40.5 inches long.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a picture of the guy holding on to it. Like, that's like, holy crap.
So, I mean, it's not full size because that staff should have been like, 6 feet long, probably. Because you figure if he's standing, he'd be able to put it into the ground, and the goat head or whatever, the ram's head would be pretty much level. But yeah, and you know what? See, this is what I like. This set, it feels dense. It feels like, it's filling up that box. It doesn't feel like it's half air. 784 pieces. So, that's just one of those things like, yeah, I just got to do it. And plus, I have virtually every set from this theme, and it's going to have to be pretty crappy for me not to at this point. I mean, the loose figures I don't care about, but they're going to have to put out something pretty cruddy for me not to get it. I'm waiting for them to...
Hey, Dan says people are buying 2 of them to get the scale, the actual scale of the staff.
You know what? He's really smart. I should buy another one right away. That's brilliant, because it wouldn't take any brains to double the length of it. Right. That's all you've got to do. I'm curious about how big the headpiece really is, though. Like, if that's to scale, like if that's what it is, that would be impressive.
Well, there's a picture on the back, a guy holding it. You get a general idea from there, right?
It's a drawing. Yeah. But someone's probably got a video out already. But you know what? That's brilliant. Just buy another set. Jeez, Dan's always got good ideas.
Just by the look of the picture, I'd say it's probably 10 or 12 inches wide anyway.
Yeah. If it's this big, I'll be happy with it. If that's actual, but they don't say actual, and I got a feeling if it was, they would say it.
Well, in the immortal words of Axel, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Objects in mirror, maybe smaller or closer. I don't know which way it goes, but clearly I don't look at my mirrors enough to know what my mirrors say. Actually, I noticed that film I put on my mirrors so I can see it better in the rain, which kind of sort of works. Wasn't really worth my trouble, though. Not really. Those purple bricks may or may not match the Halo purple bricks, too. Oh, when it comes to especially the older Halo Mega colors, like, there's no hope of ever color matching anything with that company. All their marbleized bricks are just brutal. Just brutal. Okay, so this is the one that you're going to think I'm
That looks like a Lego box.
This is a Lego box. So I misspoke earlier. This is the thing that when Ryan sees... I think there's 2 things in here. When he sees one of these, he's going to go, what the hell are you doing? Okay. So my wife's going to be super happy about one of these.
Oh, good.
And then anyone who follows my streams is going to hate the other thing. So there we go. Lovely set.
Oh, yeah.
I love this kind of stuff. And, I don't know if that sounds weird.
Seeing lots of people picking up sunflowers.
Yeah.
Gotta go get with these.
191. It's a little on the small. Yeah. So right now we've got everything except for that big green plant. What's the one they call that one? Yeah, there it is.
That one?
So even discounted, my wife couldn't agree that it was something we should buy.
It's this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's bad looking, and I like the base on it, but it doesn't appeal to her, and it doesn't grab me. So I would love to be complete and grab it, but it's I don't know.
There's a nice picture of it on the back on the mantle there. I don't know if you can see that well or not, but I'll give you an idea of the display of it. But my wife feels the same as yours.
Yeah, that one just doesn't grab her.
I know Mama Lego, she built the sunflower the other day. She said it was really finicky and fall apart.
She was worried that it would be, so she actually said that after building it, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It fell apart on her a couple times, I think.
Oh, wow, really, eh? Okay, so now everyone remembers the fun I had the last time I did a puzzle online.
You never learn your lesson, eh?
I am so stupid. Hey,
Lawrence.
You bought a puzzle.
I bought a Lego puzzle. And
you know how to
this
do
is why
that?
I don't like puzzles in stores. I don't like ones that aren't sealed. That bothers me.
The easiest way to do that is to take a bunch of Lego bricks and throw them up in the air, let them land, and then put them all together. There you go.
I mean, what is this? Oh, we get the little piece of paper, so I guess I know what I'm doing. All right. I want the US one.
Hey, Lawrence.
They got one coming with the new space one, right? The new space Lego. What is it? It's the flag. Is the flag all done with the minifigures? And that's going to be some big puzzle. I want to order that. But from the original 5, this is the only one I kind of had any interest in that wasn't. Oh, look at this, eh? Paper bag. I guess that's for another day then. But yeah,
no, it's not a mosaic puzzle. It's an actual puzzle with puzzle pieces.
Yeah. In my head, I looked at this and went, "Oh, this is going to be so much easier than the other one." We'll see.
Yeah, sure.
I bet you I pull up my hair because that was
last words.
That was so miserable when I did that other puzzle. Like, how many times did I say, "I'm just not going to finish it"?
Yeah.
And then once I did every puzzle piece I could, and then all that was left was all the white space between the minifigures. Just horrible. Why do people do puzzles? Why do they think these are fun? My mom does these, and she loves them.
Every time you build Lego, you're doing a 3D puzzle.
You know what? I would rather, but those foam architecture 3D block puzzle things?
Yeah.
I always hate how they look from the sides, wherever the joints are, because you always see the foam. But I do like the build. It's like, oh, this is kind of cool. It looks like Big Ben. It looks like this. It looks like that. But yeah, actual puzzles, I don't know why I torment myself with them. But if it did have the Lego brand on it or theme I was interested in, it's like, I don't know. So for the Lego purists, this is the one that's good. You're going to claw your eyes out for. So I'm at Toys R Us and I'm just walking through, looking at the deals. There's 15% off a bunch of things. I could have got the tiger with the, the anus piece. I looked at it and went, all right, I can get 15% off. I can do better later on Amazon if I wait. I figure I'll just wait. And then I'm walking around the store. It's like, okay, so I look at the Hot Wheels stuff. I look at Lego. I look at the Mega. And then I get to one point. It's like, so what do they have that I'm interested in? Oh. And I do dabble. That's how I'm all bricks count. Let's see.
Oh. Blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
My eyes are bleeding.
So, remember, this Dragon Block, Quebec company that repackages Chinese sets. Now, I have built one of these. That CN Tower I built Actually, it's there in the background somewhere. There we go. It's not a horrible build, but it's not great. This is 3 years newer, as far as I'm concerned. I'm hoping for better. We will see. Plus, it's got their version of a minifigure, which I'm really curious about. So, $30 Canadian, 712 pieces, tank, and I guess some mini chopper build. I don't know. I like the tanks, and I buy from so many different companies. The figures are just ridiculous looking. They're almost as bad as that dollar store crap. Oh, actually, it's funny. Yeah. That dollar store stuff from last week, right? Dollarama, $4 for this. Toys R Us has a whole line of this Max crap. They've got like a dozen sets in my local Toys R Us stores. They got base plates. They got everything from this. Was it Zuru? Zuru.com. And this is a 2019 set, this night thing. They got a whole crap ton of this Max Build More stuff. And I still haven't opened this. So I don't know what the quality's like on that. I'm really curious. I had it, before the stream, I had it up where everyone could see it. And I realized I really don't want that up there. I went and buried it where no one could see it. Because I have no hope that it's any good. But at $4, I don't care. I've spent more on less. So I'm hoping this is passable. Actually, I'm just hoping all the pieces are there. Compatible with other leading brands. Yeah, we will see. And I'm hoping the prints, not stickers, because that will really, really suck. So, oh yeah, and actually this has nothing to do with my particular fetish for the Hot Wheels, but my daughter loves the glow-in-the-dark stuff. And she likes the one truck I bought for the stuff I'm collecting. And then when I saw this, I sent her a picture right away. She was in school. I go, do you want that? She goes, yeah. All right. So grab that. She never go to Toys R Us when you're bored and they have sales. It's just bad news. So what else? And I was literally just burning time. Oh yeah, I'd gone to Toys R Us because I was burning time waiting to get back to work to get to Mr. Safety Shoes so I can get the company boots because my company doesn't want us to go to Mark's Work Warehouse anymore. They want us to get it off Mr. Safety Shoes. I'm not thrilled. I've been wearing them for 2 days, and there's nothing wrong with them. They're just not as good as the Dakotas I was getting for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
From Mark's. I don't know why. And what's sad is I can get a better boot, 6 inches high, better quality, better everything from Mark's, at $120 level. And my company covers $150 for Mr. Safety Shoes. Yuck. But my boss already heard me bitch about that twice today. Oh, you got your new boots, Rick. Yeah, I came in on my day off to be the first guy in line and it was nice. The guy's really nice. And oh, you know what's funny? So I get into his truck because if any of you guys, Brad's probably done this, where, Mr. Safety Shoes will come up with a truck full of the shoes. You sit down. He's only got 2 seats. Well, under COVID, only one guy goes in. And, you tell him what size, and he'll tell you this is what your company will pay for. And I say, okay, give me size 9s, And he gives me a boot, and I put it on, and I hate the lace. I mean, I hate it as soon as I touch the laces. And it was the best boot he had, So I was real sour to start. And then I realized it doesn't even say size 9 on it. You know what? It's got the European stuff or whatever, 41 or 43 triple E or whatever. I don't know what these sizes are, but I put it on my feet. It's like, yeah, okay. Whatever. He did his best to make me happy, but okay. So so I don't even remember when I did this. This is how old I'm getting. So I drop off my daughter at school.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. And I figure, okay, I'm going to go to a Dollar Tree, And I found one. It's like, one's near my mom. So I go up there first. And it's like, so I don't know if you guys been in Dollar Tree, but if you got to compare Dollar Tree to Dollarama, there's no comparison. Dollarama is up here and Dollar Tree is
We don't have a Dollar Tree, only a Dollarama.
Okay, that's great. Because whatever you think of your Dollar Tree, whatever you think of Dollarama, it smokes a Dollar Tree. The worst Dollarama is probably better than the best Dollar Tree.
Nice.
Because I've been in 4 of them now. Yeah, and I probably won't be back. And you know what? The people are very nice, especially the second store I went to. So I went into the first store and picked up something that I was convinced was fake. So again, with the 4 Hot Wheels cars that I got this fetish for, and in all the variants that I want to buy, and I've bought monster trucks that are this scale. But look at that scale. I didn't know these existed, and I was convinced, these must be Chinese knockoffs.
Like Micro Machines.
So the car is only slightly smaller. The chassis is only slightly smaller than an actual Hot Wheels, but with the big balloony tires or whatever. And I thought, this is so weird. Price the same as the cars in the store. They charged $1.50, by the way. But when I saw one, and of course it was the one I liked the most, the Bone Shaker. And then it was like, and then you had 2
we're
of them.
Gravedigger fans here.
Well, Bone Shaker being, a Hot Wheels trademark, right?
Yeah.
That's their thing. But so it's like, wow, they had something kind of unique. I go, I'll pick those up. And then I went to the second Dollar Tree and nothing on the shelf. And the thing with Dollar Tree is like Dollarama will have usually a lot of Hot Wheels cars and maybe some plastic looking car, but doesn't look like a dinky car, doesn't look like a Hot Wheels car. So it doesn't fool anybody. But Dollar Tree has this Chinese whatever, and they look like they're metal die-cast cars. They really do. Sure. They don't look horrible or anything. They're just not Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Majorette. They're not any of those big names. And they look fine. They look passable. I don't even know what the price is. Don't care because I'm not into that stuff. But I'm looking, where's the Hot Wheels in the second store? And it's like, okay, I'm not seeing it anywhere. And I walk around the back. So I figure, maybe I'll end up getting a drink on my way out. And it's like, 2 trolleys. Well, the thing with Dollar Tree is I'm convinced that every store they have only has 2 employees. One on the cash and one stocking or hiding in the back having a smoke. Whereas Dollarama usually has 3 or more people, depending on your location. In Toronto, they tend to be busier. And so the second one I go into, and I only saw the cashier, and there was only like one customer she's dealing with. So, she's not terribly busy. And I walk around back and I see 2 trolleys of all the stock they haven't put on the shelves yet. It's like, I'm looking like, Mattel, blah, 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 Hot Wheels cars. Like, and it's sealed box. Sweet. And it's like, what am I going to do? I don't want to just take it off the cart, So I asked the lady, is someone around? I want to be able to do this and that. And she goes and finds the poor other lady who's she's outside having her smoke break or an extra smoke break, as it were. So she was told to come back inside. And then I go, so sorry to interrupt you. And she gives me the evil eye, I go, can I open that box? Because I've never been able to get at a sealed box because there's chase cars and other things. If you can be the first to get into a Hot Wheels box and know what you're looking for, that's ideal. And there was no chase cars, but I was able to find some stuff I wanted. So let's see.
I'm being summoned here, Rick. So I have to let you guys go. Yeah, but thanks for having me on. Nice to see you, Brad.
Thanks for hanging.
You too,
I'm going to message you, Brad, about something.
Absolutely.
Cha-ching.
But, yeah, exactly. $.
I can get a $sign graphic to put up.
Yeah.
And it'll go over your head so you can talk privately.
Yeah, you betcha. And
take it easy.
Yes, see everyone in the chat. Later, guys.
All right. Take care, Ryan. My best to family.
You bet. See you guys.
So I ended up getting one of the variants I'm hunting, and this is apparently a new one. Green pixel shaker. Nice for me because I'm grabbing these things. This is weird.
It's one thing I never got into that much was the Hot Wheels. We had Hot Wheels tracks as kids, probably like just about everyone else. But
Yeah.
for me, they were just racing to look at them and collect them. I think it's because my dad was a model builder. He built and still does 1/25th scale plastic model cars and stuff. So I get into that. Right.
I had no interest as a kid. I
Yeah.
played with them, of course. I had a few. And then, you get the odd one. My mom buys me a Batmobile or the James Bond car or whatever.
Mm.
Whatever. And you lose them all in the public sandboxes, right? Or
Sure.
you take them to school and that's the last time you ever see them.
Yeah.
This one is neat. This is definitely something I pick up. I decided if I see things like this, I'm going to pick it up. It's got studs on it. It's another one designed to take bricks.
Huh.
But nowhere on here do they say Lego or Mega. And you figure they own Mega. Why wouldn't you put, compatible with leading brands and
Right.
Mega Constructs? They're not even smart enough in that company to say this car with studs will accommodate their own bricks from their own company. They're not that smart. But when I saw that, that's cool. It's not too blocky.
Should start combining them together, make a tiny little build for the car, and put it in a
Dude, I'm going to
plastic
be able to
window.
make a Voltron out of the Hot Wheels cars and connect
Could
it
you
with Lego
imagine?
studs. I get enough of these that are different. And this is actually the second version. This isn't even the first version, but I figured, you know what? I'm kind of curious. The Tesla truck, hideous.
Yes.
In any rendition, whether it's the original or a model or a Mega Construct set or a Hot Wheels car, they're still hideous. I don't know why anyone's going to spend it. I don't care what technology's in there. And I like Tesla tech. This is a hideous vehicle. The only way this thing could ever be cool in real life is if they put that stealth paint they put on the bombers or something. You know
So
what I
no
mean?
one
With
would
all
see
those
it?
straight edges or something, like I want to hear that thing is stealth capable.
Yeah. So no one would see it, right?
So no one would see it because that thing is just hideous. So there is one for my daughter, and I knew she would love it.
Beauty.
Barbie van, a dream camper, and apparently this piece folds down. That was just like a no-brainer for me. And she was, it's so cute, and it goes to show you, she's 17 and she's still getting a kick out of these things. So I mean, we never grow up.
No.
There's another version. It's a totally different vehicle than that first Lego car, the one that or whatever that accepts bricks. This piece comes off, it studs on and off, and it's got, I don't know, like a 3x8 pattern or 3x7 pattern on top.
Sure.
That's definitely something you could join up with Lego. And then this is the last one related to any of the shakers. This is another variant. But it is one I've been hunting, so I'm glad to finally get that done. But I figured it from the last 5 years of cars now. I've got almost everything I'm going to get cheap. I'm not going to be finding many more in the dollar stores and the Walmarts of this world. It's going to be collectors or eBay or whatever. Actually, for that one car set, I can't pull it out now. The Street Rodder where I said I had no Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
I did order one finally. I said I have to. If I'm buying all these stupid cars because of the Mega Construct sets, I got to get one Hot Wheels car for the last of those 4 sets. So,
hey, speaking of new cars, did you get the taxi?
Coming. A couple of them coming.
That one there?
Yep.
Yeah. Great set. It's going to go great in a little hot rod display. So got quite a few of them. They'll be in the store this week too, just like everything else that I show. But yeah, it's a great little set.
I'll talk to you after. I'll probably take another off you because
very pleasantly surprised, right, about how nice this actually is.
It is really nice. No, I pulled the trigger on a couple orders, and so far it's all confirmed. And the best part is all the major stuff I ordered is all stuff that's backlogged. So I made sure I ordered that one little thing to make sure I get the gift with purchase.
Right.
But
you must be running out of keychains to order. You only have a certain amount online you can order.
You don't know the half of it. I give my daughter the phone. I said, pick one. And she's going down. Got it. Don't want it. There's only 4 available. And even then, of the 4 available, only 2 and I think it was Chewbacca. She said, "Okay, I'll take Chewbacca." This is what I've done to my daughter now. It's like, pick one, because I'm getting this stupid thing.
That's funny.
But like you said, it's a great set, and there's definitely, I think there's going to be some demand for it. I think there's going to be enough people who will like it. Taxis are funny. Taxis are like a weird little niche that people outside of Lego or whatever, like people collect Queen and Monarchy memorabilia, right?
Yes.
Taxis,
Yep.
gas station signs. I mean, weird little niches, and taxis are one of those things. I know a lot of people who they've got this is the weirdest of my friends. He's got official, the photos with the ID of the taxi drivers they put on the back of a seat on the headrest.
Yes.
He's got a bunch of these from probably like the late 80s or something. They're black and white, garbage printed on cardstock that would slip behind plastic or something.
Sure.
And he's got why would you collect these? Because they're there.
Trophies from his victims.
You know what?
Hey, speaking of weird and wonderful, have you ever seen one of these?
Oh, I gotta blow this up now. Let's see. Now it looks like a manta ray.
It is,
but
it's Lego.
And it's Lego.
It's Lego. I never thought that it was.
That's one piece.
Never saw it before. It's all one piece.
Okay, now you got to tell me what it's from, because
I knew you were going to ask as soon as I brought it up. I'm like, oh crap, I can't remember the set number.
It's not a superhero set or anything. It doesn't belong to Black Manta or anything like that, right?
No, it's like an undersea set, but from back.
Wow,
it's an awesome little piece. I thought it was
fantastic. Does it have?
Never seen it before.
Oh, it's a unique piece, and anyone who collects animals, like
yes.
I guarantee you, if they see this video, they're going to be like, oh, I haven't seen that. I want that. Because I know people collect animals when it comes to Lego. And even if they do nothing else with Lego, it's like, what do you do with all these animals? Well, they're either displaying it or putting it in bags, but it's like, they're so into it. Does it have any significant value?
I have no idea. I haven't looked into it. This is just part of the stuff that I'm sorting through.
That's an awesome piece, though.
Yeah, I've never seen it before. It was in apparently it was in 9 sets. And undersea sets. And including, I didn't know this. Wow. It was in the 1999 Gungan subset as well. Huh.
Really?
I know that. Yeah. But yeah, it's mostly undersea sets. Looks like
the one I got from you?
90.
I don't remember if that's the one I got from you or not.
No, that you got the second one.
I got the Amidala.
Right. So it looks like mostly in the late 90s. And that fits in with the Gungan sub because it came out in 99. So all late 90s is when this thing was.
Jeez. It's a good thing I don't have a fetish for all the animals and sea creatures and stuff. It's like when I had some of those, what was last year's big thing? Was it kitty cats or something? I can't remember what it was. Someone said, do you have any of these? And I said, no, but I had gone to Yorkdale and got a cup. And you're not supposed to have those in the cup, but got some in the cup. Oops. They're really nice at Yorkdale.
Did you see this too?
Let me give you a focus there.
Sorry for the lighting. That's the Nestle Quick Bunny.
Yeah.
Quickie.
Okay.
There, that's a pretty good shot there. You can see it.
We can probably talk about that one too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a very bad Lucy. It would be nice to have one that's not all scarred and rubbed up and one eye rubbed off and
yeah, I got a couple of those, so it was nice to get those in finally. I've been looking for them for a while.
Yeah, that is a nice one. It's funny how much, and that's another thing. Nestle Quick, the bunny. Yeah. So much product out there for those weird little collectors that like to collect this stuff. And again, there was a bunch of these things with the cars, and because I passed them up at that market last week that I went to after you.
Yep.
In the Death Trap trip.
The small little tire incident.
Yeah. 2 nails. What are the odds? 2. You know what? I'm lucky that I didn't lose complete control and go right off the road.
Yeah.
Because, all right, you know.
Send me a message or a text, Will, and I'll see what I can do about tracking one down for you.
Oh, for sure. With the queen, yeah.
Of course.
And that's the way you want it. You want it with the set too. I feel so bad for people who buy that figure and don't get the set.
Yeah. Well,
And it's
some
like,
people don't want the set; they just want the figure.
and that's great, especially if they got space considerations. But
Yeah.
you know,
I don't know. I think it's kind of a neat little set.
yeah, I think you know, for those that don't crap on that movie, I think it's a great set.
Mm.
You know, I think that they get blinded by whatever prejudice they have about those 3 movies.
Hey, my kids love it. Okay, and that's who those movies were made for. So I can't
Yeah.
look through it as an adult lens. I have to look through it through my kids' eyes, and they
I have some
loved every minute of it.
criticisms, but I like the movies. I won't say I love those 3, and the third one made up for the first one as far as I'm concerned. Because watching guys be Jedis for 20 minutes, and the training they went through, 6 months of that, like they're Jedis in my book. I don't care what the reality is. That's real. Them doing all this.
Yeah, there's a
swordplay.
lot of problems with those 3 movies, but if you can take them on their own,
Yeah,
they're better than most people say. You know, they're not the best, but they're not as horrible as people say.
yeah. I don't hate any of the movies, no matter what some people think. The Han Solo movie, I know, gets a lot of crap. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I had no expectation that this guy was going to be like Harrison Ford. He's not Harrison Ford.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just enjoy the movie. And people can't seem to do that. It's like, why? It isn't, you know, it would sound funny, but if they had replaced, or if they had cast a Latino or an Asian as Han Solo, that might be a little harder to swallow. You know what I mean? They didn't go in a weird direction. They just took a guy with, nice hair, a la Trudeau, here, you play Han Solo, still in hiding. I noticed, by the way, nice and quiet.
Who's that? Trudeau?
Trudeau.
Oh yeah.
Nice and quiet.
Of course. I think he's figuring out how much blackface he wants to wear to the next one, for his next appearance.
All of a sudden, I got like in my feeds on Instagram a whole bunch of him, like
Sorry,
Aladdin.
buddy.
He looks like Aladdin. Like, oh my god! You know what? He smoked a lot of pot. You know it. He smoked a lot of interesting herbs and spices.
Yes.
For him to do that and not remember half of it, or at least try and be straight faced while lying about it, it's like,
yeah. No, I don't remember how many times I've done it. I really don't. Sure,
because it's so natural to put black makeup on my face.
Of course.
It's an everyday occurrence.
Yeah, everybody does it. It's a learning experience for Canadians. Remember that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what? He might just be an Al Jolson fan. We don't know. More movies we'll probably never ever see again, by the way. But
yeah.
And I didn't think they were horrible movies, but apparently I'm privileged. And we'll leave it at that before I get in any more trouble. In holes I can't get out of. Well, thanks for hanging with me. How about you plug your shop one last time before we shut her down? Hey, Doc, how you doing?
Yep. Okay. In case everybody doesn't know, huge sale started Saturday. Every day. So everything on the store is discounted right now. And then every day through our newsletter, there'll be even more discounts given, category discounts given. Save the Tax event is also on. So no GST, no PST for my lovely BTLG family in the U.S. and anybody else who's U.S. based. We now offer flat rate shipping to the U.S. And some of the cheapest shipping that you can get anywhere internationally. I've even been told by some of my U.S. customers that it's even cheaper shipping than shipping coast to coast. So great. Come and check us out, www.btlgbricks.ca. Tons of inventory. It's over, I don't know, 1,300 different items in the store at the moment. If you can't find something, feel free to message me. That's 80 to 90% of my time is spent doing that. I've got a backlog of product that I'm trying to throw in all week. So come enjoy. Let's see about getting that Lego that you've always wanted into your hands.
Awesome. I got to check it out. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. I got to go work tomorrow. Mondays.
Thanks, everyone. All right. Appreciate everyone tuning in.
Axel, Doc, Will, Baldy. I'm 5'4", though. That's a name. That's a great name. Dan Branco. He's one of my moderators for the Mega Constructs group. He's great. Oh my God, he knows so much stuff. Actually, he's probably out your way. I should bug him about that because I know before you had someone who wanted to know some Halo stuff. I think it was.
Yeah.
I should reach out to him more.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. All right, we're out of here. Everyone have a good night. Peace.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.